Good morning, this is Kris Shoemaker, also known as Yehudah ben Shomeyr, and you're listening to Coffee with Kris, the time of the day where we share a cup of coffee and share a bit of the Word of God. All right, we're continuing in our Torah portion called Kedoshim, which means holiness, which is taken from Leviticus chapter 19, verse 1, going all the way to chapter 20, verse 27. We are on our third Sidra, our third Aliyah of this week, and we're going to be focusing in on verse 32 of chapter 19. Now, before I get into that verse, I just wanted to let you know that Kedoshim and the Torah portion Akremot, both of these together are usually read in one sitting during a regular year. But during a leap year, which is this year on the Hebraic calendar, it is divided into two Torah portions. But these two Torah portions, or double Torah portion, if you will, on regular years, basically this is an explanation or an expository teaching on the Ten Commandments. You will find the Ten Commandments elaborated and explained within these two Torah portions. So I think that's very, very interesting. So you have just the, regular thou shalts and thou shalt nots in the Ten Commandments, but they're elaborated and explained in Akremot and Kedoshim. So let's get to verse 32. It says, "You are to rise up in the presence of the gray-haired and honor the presence of the elderly. So you will fear your God. I am Adonai." Boy, a far cry from that are we today, my friends. I remember the day when we would honor our elders. We would honor the gray head. We would not make fun of them. We would not sass them. We would not talk back to them. We would give up our seats for them. We would give them honor in first place in any and every situation. And now it is every man for themselves. I can't get out of my head that Facebook meme where there are people sitting on a subway, and most of them are, Gen Xers or, millennials, and they're sitting there on the subway, their heads buried in their phone, and then there's this poor, old, frail, bent-over, hunchback lady that's hanging on for dear life on a subway pole. It's like, couldn't one of those people give up their seat for this lady? I remember back in the day, when I could be out in public, and if I'm just being a nasty little kid, it doesn't matter who it is. Any grown-up, any gray head could come to me and reprimand me and rebuke me and correct me and say, "Hey, you need to stop doing that, son." And I would listen and I would obey and I would say, "Yes, sir, yes, ma'am." Now it's like, who are you? You're not the boss of me. You're not my mom and dad. The mom and dad comes and says, "Who are you to tell my kid what to do?" I mean, man, what a far cry have we come from this verse. I used to grow up in a day where you used to say sir and ma'am to an elderly person that you did not know. And now it's like, "Hey, dude," or "What's up, bro?" I mean, come on, where is the respect? Now, there is a kind of like the Jewish version of the Amplified Bible called Onkelos, and it is an Aramaic translation. And Onkelos, he reads into this, "You are to rise up in the presence of the gray hair, of the gray-headed, and honor the presence of the elderly." He reads into this that you are supposed to also to respect your teachers, those who are elders and gray head and earn that gray hair by hard study. So I think that's very interesting too. And, we really don't honor those that teach us that well anymore either. Everybody should have a mentor. Everybody should sit under some sort of teacher that they can depend on, rely on, and trust. Not saying that you have to take everything they say for gospel truth, because even the Apostle Paul, he praised the Bereans for questioning him and for researching what he said to make sure what he said was actually in the Torah. But nonetheless, I've had many teachers and mentors in my life, and some of them are teaching me from beyond the grave because they left videos behind, and I'm just like, wow, I wish I really could have met them, and I love their style of teaching, and you could just see the passion and the love coming out of that. So let's kind of revive an old custom, an old tradition, an old thing that our society has lost and has left behind as arcane and archaic in this woke, progressive, liberal society where there is no gender, where there is no, respect or boundaries. Let's bring this back and let's start showing love, care and compassion and favor and help the elderly, whether we know them or not. Give up a seat on a bus. Let them go in line first at the post office or the grocery store. Give them preferential treatment because they've had a hard road, and their gray hair is proof that they've earned and deserved, that respect. And maybe one day, we'll be treated the same way. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And it's kind of like the boomerang effect. What you do to somebody else is going to come back on you. If you show love, care, and respect to somebody, eventually that's going to come back to you as well. And that's something that we all want. So let's revive this old tradition. And guys, look for opportunities today and this week to do just that. Thanks so much for listening. Go out there and have a great day. Shalom and God bless. And if you get a chance, go on YouTube and find Todd Shopelrise Truth and Encouragement YouTube channel. He's another Messianic Torah obedient brother like myself, really good friend of mine, and he has some short videos with really great things to say that's going to speak edification, truth, and encouragement into your life. Guys, thanks again for listening. Shalom and God bless.